Hello and welcome to another episode of Paving the Way podcast. I'm Seth Amoa, aka SA. I'm here with Kenny Jean-Louis, also known as KJL. Today we're here with, if you talk about Montreal basketball, his name definitely pops up. You know, he's known as an uncle because he's paid a lot of weight for these youngins out here these days. So without further ado, give it up for Ibrahim Appiah.
What's up, fellas?
Merci d'avoir accepté l'invitation. On t'a envoyé un message puis directement t'as accepté. Comme ça t'a dit qu'on parle des personnes qu'on pave the way au Québec, ton nom c'est sûr il revient. Donc c'est juste une question de temps avant que on t'envoie l'invitation. Donc merci d'avoir accepté l'invitation. Puis je pense qu'il y a beaucoup de personnes qui vont apprendre de cette interview.
Merci.
La première question qu'on pose à tout le monde, c'est où la passion du basket a commencé pour toi?
Ça a commencé à Côte-des-Neiges. J'ai grandi à Côte-des-Neiges, Barclay. Puis tous les gars, les gars que j'avais amenés ici, Mojo, Chris Joe, je pense Randy, je pense ex-teammate de Seth, Lenny, mais lui était plus jeune. Tous ces gars-là, c'est là qu'on a grandi. On jouait à la cour d'école de Bedford, and that was it.
Okay. Did you know, I guess, around that time that basketball is something that, you know, that could probably take you far and make you go do other things?
Man. I mean, when I first started, not really. To me, it was just, I was an athlete. Like, you know, I came, born in Ghana, I came here, played soccer for most part. But there wasn't a lot of people playing soccer, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, basketball was a thing. So I jumped into basketball, you know what I mean? At lunchtime, we'll play dodgeball. So whatever sport that would keep me active, I'll do it. But as it started picking up, when I started playing on the team, I was like, oh, this could be something. So I kind of started taking it a little more serious.
Okay. Puis ta première équipe que tu as joué vraiment sérieusement, c'était quoi au CEGEP? C'était au secondaire, c'était quelle
Yes, Saint-Lambert.
Ah, Saint-Lambert?
Yeah.
OK. Puis tu jouais avec... Il y avait qui dans cette équipe-là? Est-ce qu'il y avait des gars que...
Saint-Lambert, at the time... Ben, j'ai joué dans ma première année, je pense pas qu'il y a des gars que vous connaissez, mais plus tard, j'ai joué avec Mojo. Rodney Scared, que maintenant, je pense que c'est lui qui run Saint-Lambert.
Yeah.
Il y avait des moments où, je pense, pendant l'été, j'ai joué avec des Sherry Thomas, des gars comme ça. So, yeah, ça, c'est pas vraiment les gars que je pense que vous connaissez de Saint-Lambert que j'ai joué avec.
Okay, knowing, I guess because the other guys that were interviewed, so some of them from Côte-des-Neiges, a lot of them, their first option when they want to play at CEGEP level is to go to Champlain. So was that something for you that you wanted to do, or you wanted to go somewhere else?
Actually, we all wanted to go Vanier, to be honest, because Sun, had the strong ties with Vanier. Mm-hmm. But I think Mojo was the first one to just take off the Champlain, and I guess that was it for us. We just started looking into Champlain a little more.
Puis c'était comment quand JD t'a parlé?
Il était real. Actually, Andy me recrutait vraiment quand même assez heavy. Mm-hmm. But je pense le truc qui a changé pour moi comment ça s'appelle, Champlain, je pense que c'est le fait que JD était vraiment comme exigeant, je trouvais. Il était comme vraiment in your face. Mm-hmm. Et puis c'est ça que je cherchais at the time. La manière qu'il allait sur Mojo, puis j'étais quand même proche de Mojo, you know what I mean? Puis je pense que c'est quelqu'un que, I looked up to, puis, je regardais les moves qu'il faisait, puis, j'étais en train de suivre ses moves because I felt like lui voulait le hard way, puis le hard shit, puis pour moi, c'était quelque chose que je trouvais que c'était bon pour moi aussi.
Okay. Puis la transition de Saint-Lambert, secondaire, à CEGEP, Champlain, est-ce que c'était dur pour toi ou comme c'était pas trop?
Actually, je suis pas parti direct de Saint-Lambert à Champlain. J'étais dans un programme qui s'appelait CEPEC at the time.
Oh, OK.
J'étais à CEPEC et après ça, je suis allé à Champlain. Puis c'était definitely pas facile. Je pense après le first practice, je me suis posé des vraies questions.
Moi aussi.
Juste JD était différent. Si tu lui montres quelque chose one time, il veut voir every time, you know what I mean? So one time, j'ai gagné un sprint. In his mind, j'étais le plus vite de l'équipe, so I should win every sprint, which wasn't a fact. I just won that sprint, tu comprends? Puis il était comme, nah, man, I expect you to win. So every time I lost, I have to go again by myself. It's, that's still the type of pressure, the type of, situation qu'il te mettait. He was always pushing you, you know what I mean, for your best. Puis, c'était a tough transition.
Play for Champlain. because I'm sure there's a lot of people looking at Champlain. Champlain was a powerhouse,
Right.
Back in the day.
Definitely.
So do you feel a lot of pressure going there? Like, damn, I have to live up to this expectation, or else it's it's a failure on my part.
I feel like in the moment you didn't really feel the pressure, just because I think whenever you have a powerhouse, you go in, there's guys, the vets are supposed to carry the legacy, right? And I think once they leave, then you got to carry it. So getting in, Mojo, Max Paulus, tous ces gars-là étaient là. So to me, I just had to fit in, right? So I go in there, I fit in, I play my little role, and, I do my thing, and that's it. So whenever they were leaving, that's when you're like, okay, you've been here for a year and a half or 2 years now. Now it's your time to carry the legacy for the new guys coming in.
During that time, did you ever think, were you like, what, maybe I should have went to another school? Did that ever cross your mind, or no?
Never.
No? Are you sure?
1,000%. 1,000%, man.
Okay. Puis, quand tu étais est-ce que c'est au CEGEP, tu t'es dit, tu sais quoi, je suis assez bon pour jouer à l'université, ou c'était même quand tu étais au secondaire, tu t'es dit, je suis assez bon pour jouer à l'université? C'est quand tu t'es dit, tu sais quoi, je peux jouer à un plus gros niveau que juste le CEGEP?
Bon, à partir de CEPEC, comme je commençais à avoir le dream, parce que, comme j'ai dit au début, je ne savais pas comment ça fonctionnait, le basket. To me, je disais, OK, tu as le rêve, tu veux jouer NBA, par exemple, right? Mais tu ne sais pas c'est quoi le processus que ça prend. So, CEPEC, c'était Champlain. Champlain, obviously, les gars se faisaient recruter. Once again, Mojo, un gars que je regardais. Puis, dans le recrutement, je pense que JD me parlait, il disait, regarde, il va y avoir comme maybe 20 écoles qui vont recruter Mojo. Mais Mojo peut juste aller à une école. Mais l'avantage de venir à Champlain, c'est que ces coaches-là viennent aux pratiques. Tu comprends? Puis ils te voient compete contre lui. Puis le question, c'est who's next après. Tu comprends? Puis, dans ce process-là, j'étais comme, damn, it makes sense. Tu comprends? Puis, originally, actually, je devais aller en prep aux States. But, il a été capable de me convaincre que, staying home, c'était un better move, juste parce que, you get the same type of attention. Il va te push the same way. Puis, the exposure remains the same.
Did you, I guess when you were getting recruited to go to NCAA,
right.
were you ever nervous about leaving home, or were you ready for the opportunity?
No, I was ready. I've always been the type of guy, I was always ready. Like, if I'm focused on something, I don't, I can't think or look at the other stuff on the side. I'm so, like, zeroed in that everything else, I was like, whatever, I'll be back. I'm going and I'll be back anyway. So I was ready to leave.
Okay. Est-ce que tu peux parler un peu de le process de ton recrutement, puis pourquoi tu as choisi d'aller à l'école que tu as été, à l'université?
J'étais une des premières... c'était mon first visit. Et je pense que j'ai eu une discussion avec JD. Et puis, je pense que c'est même lui qui m'aide à maintenant même conseiller certains jeunes sur different things. C'est que, conversation qu'on a eue, j'avais beaucoup de blessures à la cheville. Et High Point, était heavy sur moi. J'avais d'autres écoles aussi, Northeastern, Albany et tout. Mais les autres écoles que moi, je voulais investir quand tu es jeune, ton ego, tu vas aller high major, right, by any means. So j'avais des écoles comme Cincinnati qui étaient very interested, mais ils voulaient que j'attende le second half du semestre, pour visiter tous les trucs comme ça. Puis JD a eu un quick conversation avec moi, ça n'a pas duré longtemps. Il a juste dit, listen, tu peux aller à High Point, which is, pour eux, c'est comme, t'es leur big deal, tu comprends? And if you go there, les affaires se passent bien, tu peux toujours transférer. Puis en même temps aussi, il a dit, j'ai jamais vu un joueur qui a voulu transférer parce qu'il jouait trop. Tu comprends? So, si tu vas là-bas and you're playing, it's a good thing, mais prends pas le gamble de tes problèmes de cheville, ou ce que tu veux attendre, and then boom, quelque chose t'arrive, puis, you lose on an opportunity. So juste, t'as quelque chose, secure-le, va là-bas, do what you gotta do, puis, si ça se passe bien, then tu peux toujours transférer, mais comme je joue pas cette game-là avec ton ego, de vouloir attendre.
OK. Puis la transition de CEGEP à l'université quand tu as été D1, c'était difficile ou c'était...
Non, then that comes back to la raison pourquoi je voulais aller à Champlain, c'est que JD m'a tellement push que quand je suis arrivé là-bas, il y avait des pratiques qu'on était en train de go through, puis je regardais mes teammates qui sortaient de high school aux States. Pour eux, c'était comme, yo, what the hell is this? Comme, on est ici pendant comme 2.5, 3 hours, comme, this is crazy. I'm like, this is crazy. And I feel like I've been through this. Parce que pour moi, j'ai jamais vraiment feel que c'était dur parce que je suis sûr que j'ai eu une bonne préparation en allant à Champlain, la manière qu'ils nous poussaient. I mean, on n'avait pas d'été à Champlain. You know what I mean? Des fois, on était chez nous, puis tu get on phone call, yeah, meet me at Mont Royal. T'es comme, yo, it's summertime. No. You know what I mean? On le meet at Mont Royal, it's raining, on va run les mountains. Comme, it was crazy, but it was necessary.
Wow. Okay. Nice. No, go, Seth.
Oh, so playing at, I'll say, because a lot of players that are here, they're kind of nervous for going to the States because when you go to the States, you know,
right.
Yeah, you are playing for yourself, but you got to do a good job because there's a lot of kids back home that want the opportunity later in life, right? So
right.
Did you ever think in your head like, okay, you know, I'm going here, I got to really prove myself so that these schools are able to go recruit back in Quebec for these other kids? Or were you just going there for just, you know what, I'm here to just see this opportunity?
I mean, yeah, I never really put that pressure on myself just because I didn't think that far. To me, it was just like, you know, I just got to do, you know what I'm saying, what I need to do. You know what I mean? The rest will take care of itself, I think. And also at the time, I felt like schools were coming into Montreal to recruit. You know what I mean? Like we had a lot of coaches. I mean, the guys that I played with from my first year to, let's say, my last year, we had at least 10 Division I guys. You know what I mean? So to me, it wasn't a thing of I had to carry the torch for anybody because I felt like it was already being done. You know what I mean? The way was already paved anyways, right?
Mm-hmm. Puis, tu faisais quoi pour t'améliorer? J'ai demandé la même question à Ricky. Puis lui, il allait au parc, puis c'est là qu'il traînait. Mais il y a d'autres personnes qui disent, oh, c'est des workouts. So, toi, tu faisais quoi pour t'améliorer?
Un mix des deux. Park, comme on disait, Bedford, c'était là que tous les gars se rencontraient à certain time. J'avais des workouts avec Henry at the time. Yeah, that was it. You know, workout le matin, tu joues le soir dans les parcs. You know, you try things. Puis, you know, Bedford, c'était un jungle. You know what I mean? Comme, si tu allais là-bas and you look bad, you might not want to show up for the next 2 days parce que tu t'entends. You know what I mean? So, je pense que ça build character. Puis, you know, c'est definitely un mix des deux.
Okay. Puis,
can I go? Yeah.
Puis, c'était quoi ton mindset après, genre, ta 4e année? À l'université, tu t'es dit tu vas aller pro?
Actually, j'ai même pas fait 4 years. Je voulais aller pro, obviously, through le process, mais j'ai juste eu un weird, comment ça s'appelle, career university. First year, MCL sprain, juste avant que la saison commence.
Yeah.
Et, you know, I mean, si vous connaissez la saison NCAA, ça commence around, November?
Yeah.
Done by late February. So if you get MCL juste avant la première game, ça c'est at least 4 weeks. You know what I mean? Rehab, get back in shape. December is gone. You get back in January, guys already position themselves. Puis la manière que, you know, university, especially NCAA fonctionne, je dis toujours ça à mes jeunes, si tu as une chance de crack le line-up, c'est avant décembre. Après décembre, forget about it. Mm-hmm. So, tu peux pas go là-bas, coast for the first half and dire, yeah, I'm going to catch myself, you know what I'm saying, January. By then, it's too late. So, on va dire, I lost my first year. Second year, j'ai eu un high ankle sprain pendant pick-up. So, once again, je commence fin décembre, boom. Je reviens en janvier, but I'm running from behind again. Et by the third year, après mon end de mon second year, mon coach s'est fait fire. So, un nouveau coach est venu. You know what I mean? Il m'avait pas dans ses plans, which is normal. I haven't played in 2 years. I'm always hurt. So, après ça, j'ai transferred D2 à West Alabama. And then from there, once again, injury, j'ai split mon pectoral muscle. So, j'étais out for a few weeks. C'est actually déchiré jusqu'à aujourd'hui, là. And then, a little bit after, j'ai messed up mon hamstring. So, once again, another season, half a season that is gone. By then, I was like, all right, you know what, man, there's all these rehab things is not, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just focus. So, j'ai transferred après à Carleton University, juste pour finir mes études. Mm-hmm. And that was it, you know what I mean? Je commençais à aller dans le gym. Instead of working out, I was working on my teammates, you know, training them. And I was like, that's how I knew that I didn't feel like playing anymore. You know what I mean? Like that thing, I didn't have it in me anymore.
You know, going through those injuries, especially like first year, second year, did you think, did it cross your head, you know what, I'm going back to Canada, you know, this is it, you know? So what made you say, you know what, I'm sticking through it, I'm a transfer, and we'll see what happens?
Well, when you're going through it, the good thing is I didn't get like a season-ending injury, which I feel like that may have been better just because at least, you know, you're sitting out and you're coming back a full year, right?
Yeah.
But it never really crossed my mind. I just, you know, so thirsty to get back on the court that was my only focus. I never really thought about coming back home, to be honest. It didn't really cross my mind.
All this injury? Okay.
I mean, I was blessed, too, to have, like, I was on one of the best campuses, you know, in America. You know what I'm saying? Like, hands down, High Point has the best campus. So just the living condition, everything was so good that, to me, like, I have no point of coming back. Like, I'm coming back to what exactly?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so that didn't really cross my mind.
OK. Puis c'est quand tu as transféré à Carleton pour tes études, c'est là que la passion pour coaching puis train a commencé pour toi, genre?
Non, actually, j'ai commencé à coacher, je pense, mon first year à High Point. J'avais commencé à coacher à QC. Comme je revenais pendant l'été, j'ai aidé à coacher un peu. Et puis, je pense que c'était là. C'est ça, c'est là que j'ai commencé à coacher un peu. Puis, you know, c'était, to me, je ne voyais même pas être coaching. Up to this day, j'ai dit au gars de ne pas m'appeler coach. Because I don't feel like a coach. I feel, you know, like a mentor. You know what I mean? Like, les coachs, je pense, je les manque de respect en calling myself a coach. Je pense qu'ils ont comme une extra passion. They love being in the gym. Tu comprends? Puis tout ça, je peux pas dire que ça, c'est mon favorite thing, but I just like the interaction avec les jeunes and be able to mold, you know what I'm saying, the young generation to be better.
Okay.
What made you, I guess, you're at the Carleton, right? Go to finish your studies. You didn't think about, you know what, let me come back to Canada? Because you could have still played in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so why didn't you, you know, at least give it a shot to play in Canada, which is, you know, I'm sure you would have done damage because of the high caliber player you were.
Because I wasn't fully into it, you know what I mean? I didn't want to half-ass it, you know, and that's what I felt like. I felt like, especially going to Carleton. Carleton is such a, you know, good university basketball that I didn't, and I told the coach, I was like, man, I'm not trying to disrespect your program. You put everything into it, and I'm coming here half-assing it just because I went Division I. I think, you know what I mean? I'm above these guys, and I can just, you know, I was like, no, that's not my style. If I'm not all in it, then I'd rather just not do it. And that's where I was mentally. I was like, if I'm not fully going to be committed, I'm not going to be in the gym. Because I came from, you know what I'm saying, being like 13 years old, doing like, you know, 2-a-days in the summer times and stuff like that. If that's not the approach that I'm going to have, then I'm not going to disrespect the game.
Okay. Est-ce que tu peux parler un peu comment tu aides les jeunes? Qu'est-ce que je ne connais pas personnellement, mais il y a beaucoup de personnes que je connais qui te connaissent. Puis ils parlent toujours bien de toi, comme Boris, il parle bien de toi. Comme tous les personnes que je connais, ils parlent toujours bien de toi. Puis ils disent, lui, c'est Ang. So, est-ce que tu peux parler un peu comment tu aides les jeunes?
I mean, j'essaie de les aider le plus que je peux. Je pense toutes les expériences que j'ai eues, la chance d'avoir, m'a permis d'être une position de voir les affaires avant même qu'eux soient capables de le voir. Et à cause de ça, ça me permet, non seulement que ça me donne une patience, mais ça me donne aussi une chance de les dire, hey, you know, comme je connais ce chemin-là, it may not be the best. Tu comprends? Je pense pas que tu devrais aller par là ou work harder, you know what I mean? Comme something good is going to come out of it or whatever the case may be. Mais, you know, j'essaie de les aider in any way, shape or possible. You know what I mean? Ils m'appellent à 3 heures du matin because ils ont un problème avec un girlfriend. Je suis là, tu comprends? Il m'appelle, you know what I mean, à minuit parce que, you know, son coach ne veut pas le jouer, puis lui, il fait que son coach est injuste, you know what I mean? I'm there, tu comprends? Whatever the case may be, I try my best, you know, pour aider le mieux que je peux.
OK.
Okay.
Est-ce que tu peux parler un peu du succès de Chris Boucher, puis aussi une question un peu comme selfish? Je t'ai vu, tu étais à la parade et tout. Donc, c'était comment la parade? J'ai vu toi, Nikki, Chris, j'étais comme, damn, ça a l'air vraiment le fun et tout. So, aussi, tu parlais de toute cette expérience-là.
Yeah, well, Chris, you know, obviously, tout le monde connaît son histoire by now, but, you know, c'est juste un special situation. You know what I mean? Un gars que, sur le terrain, you know what I mean, he gives it all. You know, mais comme je le dis tout le temps, je pense un des trucs que je dis, c'est qu'il n'y a jamais un coach qui m'a appelé, qui m'a dit Chris ne travaille pas fort. You know what I mean? Comme anytime you put in anywhere, il va find a way avec son work ethic. You know what I mean? And pour la parade, ça c'est probablement le greatest time que j'ai eu dans ma vie. C'était juste crazy. And the crazy thing, je bois même pas, but you know what I mean? It felt like, you know what I mean, comme si je buvais parce que it was crazy. You know what I mean? Comme juste voir tout ce monde-là sur une place, you know what I mean, it was crazy. But juste aussi, you know what I mean, souvent quand je suis dans des moments comme ça avec Chris, I just go back to où est-ce que ça a commencé and just the fact that he's living that, you know what I mean, pour moi c'est comme, dang, like, t'es en train de vivre un film, but it's like you're watching from outside, but you're also living it, you know what I mean, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, non, c'était definitely a moment for ages, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Can you talk a little bit about the places you've coached? Like you said, QC United, and there's other,
Alma, Tedford now, which is like the transition. I haven't really moved around, actually, when you think about it. It's just the same program that kind of, you know, takes different form and things like that.
Okay. And how is it, I guess, coaching at Tedford right now?
How is it right now?
Well, maybe not now, but when you started, because now it's kind of hard now, but when you started coaching at Tedford and I guess, you know, being involved in it.
You know, it's a special situation just because, you know, you really have to, I'm about to go against what I just said. You really have to have the passion. You really have to have you have to have a passion for something, right? To be able to, you know, go through it just because, you know, you're away from family. You're about 2.5 hours away, you know what I mean? And it's not, you know, the most prestigious job, we're going to say, you know what I mean? It's not like we're getting paid millions where you're like, well, at least you're getting paid millions to be away from family, right? So, you know, just to be there, you really, you know, have to be in it. You know what I mean? You have to have a passion for something and, you know, I love it. You know what I mean? Just watching these young guys come in and just, you know, become who they are. Like he was talking about Boris earlier. Boris came in, he was like 16, you know what I mean? And just watch him grow to become what he is right now. That's what I love to see. You know what I mean? Guys that come to our transition, Alain, our Carlton right now. You know what I mean? And we still go back and forth. He thought I hated him. You know what I mean? Because I was making him go through the same stuff JD put me through. You know what I mean? And he didn't understand at the time. You know what I mean? And now he has a better understanding. But it's dope, man. It's dope. To me, the love, you know what I'm saying, for that still remains the same. It's something I want to do forever.
Puis, tu penses quoi de l'évolution du basketball au Québec? Il y a Chris, il y a Lugans, il y a Cambridge, maintenant il y a Karim Mané. Tu penses quoi? Tu penses le basketball au Québec dans 5 ans, ça va être comme où? C'est quoi le potentiel du basketball au Québec pour toi?
I think le basket va être où ce que, you know what I'm saying, we decide to put our focus on. Juste parce que à la fin de la journée, je pense que tous les gars qui l'ont make sont very, very talented. Right? Chris, 6'11", Karim a 6'11" wingspan. Lugans, la manière qu'il est built, tu vas pas trouver 10 comme ça en promenant au Québec au complet. You know what I mean? Puis tous ces gars-là sont very, very special in that way. You know what I mean? I think, and quand on parle de eux, je pense que c'est easy to get carried away en pensant que, OK, eux, ils l'ont make, so le basket au Québec, on va take off, right? There's still work to do, to the sense où ce que il faut qu'on développe, you know what I'm saying, comme des gars qui sont maybe not physically gifted, but we polish them so well qu'ils sont quand même capables de compete avec des physically gifted. You know what I mean? So we're doing well, but there's still a lot of work to do. And I think if we focus on the work and moins que le succès qu'on voit maintenant, then we can definitely, you know what I mean, take off and être au même niveau que les Ontarios. Et tout. Parce que les Ontariens ont des found a way, you know what I'm saying, d'avoir des gars comme le Jamal Murray il stand out pas athletically ou physically. Tu comprends? Tu peux trouver 25 Jamal Murray physically and athletically. Mais la manière qu'il joue au basket est special. Tu comprends? Un gars comme Shea Alexander, you know what I mean? Comme physically, tout ça, tu le vois. You know, tu peux trouver 5 comme ça, 10 comme ça. But son habilité de jouer au basket, c'est ça qui le sépare. Puis je pense quand on va figure out ça, je pense que c'est là qu'on va take off. Et puis, sky's the limit pour le Québec si on figure out ça.
Okay.
For sure. That's deep.
Yeah.
This is when you were, I guess now that you're done playing and stuff, and you're coaching, and do you see yourself, I don't know, like coaching at a high level one day? You know, maybe not Tedford. No. No. So you think Tedford, that's it? And
yeah, that's it. Because like I said, I don't have the passion for coaching like that, right?
Okay.
I have the passion to help develop young men into like young kids into like young men and adults. And that's where my passion is, mentorship. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily coaching X and O, trying to win a championship or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I win, to me, you know what I mean? Like one of our kids going to university, to me, is the same as Chris winning the championship. You get what I'm saying? Like they're both maximizing their potential. And that's the game that I'm in, is to help these young guys maximize their potential. So I'm not going to get that trying to go coach at some Division I or CIS or whatever, or I'm not going to get that trying to get to coach in the NBA or whatnot. You know what I mean? I get that by coaching them when they're like 13, where they're like at the, where they're very vulnerable as far as like to, bad influences or bad decisions or whatever. And then guide them all the way to CEGEP. And then from there, we keep the same contact and still keep molding them, even when they're grown men and they still, need to talk to you or need an advice.
OK.
That's what's up.
Je suis pas sûr. Mais est-ce que c'est toi qui as commencé le grind now, shine later, de quoi de même? Non, c'est pas?
Yeah, pas moi personnellement, mais moi puis des gars, Chris Joe, des amis de Côte-des-Neiges.
OK.
Yeah, c'est définitivement nous qu'on a commencé ça.
Est-ce que tu peux parler un peu de ça?
Yeah, non, c'est juste, c'est ça, c'est une mentalité qu'on avait, en grandissant à Côte-des-Neiges. Et it goes back, comme juste continuer à work, puis, le slow grind, le steady, consistent grind, there's something that comes out of it, puis je pense qu'on est dans un era où que tout est instantané, je sais pas si vous étiez là quand l'Internet a commencé ou est-ce que c'était le dial-up, le dial-up, tu peux commencer à download quelque chose sur Napster, puis quelqu'un appelle, puis tu dois recommencer.
Ouais.
Maintenant, tu dois attendre comme 2 heures avant de download juste une chanson. But maintenant, whatever tu veux, c'est boom, boom, boom. Tu l'as instantané, parce que maintenant, ça push le monde à vouloir le result right away. Ou même social media fait qu'on pense que personne fait. People do fail. Puis, the only thing is they don't quit. Puis c'est ça le big thing. Puis c'est ça qui est behind Grind Now Shine Later. C'est ce motto-là de, respect, ce study, hard work, consistency. That's always going to work. You're never going to fail if that's how you approach it.
On peut commencer le jeu, mais c'est une question avant, juste une question personnelle. Vu que tu es un des top joueurs qui a joué à Champlain, j'aimerais savoir, de ton avis, ça serait quoi ton Mount Rushmore de Champlain?
Damn, pourquoi tu fais ça? That's crazy. Damn,
Mount Rushmore of Champlain.
Man. Bon, je vais aller avec les gars que j'ai vus parce qu'on m'a parlé d'un gars qui s'appelait Eugene, mais je ne l'ai jamais vraiment vu jouer, so je ne peux pas le mettre. Mohamed Ashad, Mojo for sure, Pierre-Marie. Damn, Pierre-Marie. Étoile, Imama. Damn. Si je veux me mettre dedans, because I felt like, you know what I mean? and even though I love JD, je suis sûr qu'il m'a hold back un peu as far as, il m'a pas laissé cook comme je voulais. But je pense que je vais mettre. Damn, that's a tough one, man. The last one, I want to put maybe Nico Cochran. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, he was nice.
Yeah, I feel like I want to put Nico.
It was nice.
Nico in there, just because je pense qu'on est tous partis. Nico, you know what I mean? He was in his bag. And the funny thing about Nico, right? Quick story. So first year qu'il venait à Champlain, and that's how you know you got to keep working and things don't turn out. Il se faisait sauter par Étoile Imama, our starting point guard. Like he picked his pocket like 3-4 times in a row before he could even cross half court. J'étais assis à côté du coach de Davidson. Puis il était comme, yo, this kid doesn't learn. Comme, il a une tête dure. Comme, how does he keep turning over the ball the same way? De la manière que toi te défendais, il mettait sa main devant toi, and you can't do a regular crossover. You got to go behind the back. Crazy. 3 years later, le même coach le recrute par à Davidson, and he had a great career over there.
Seth, you have another question?
No, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay, so, mon jeu à moi, c'est, il faut que tu me nommes ton best starting five que tu as joué avec. Sur le meilleur joueur que tu as joué point guard à center, genre.
De Montréal?
Non,
Anywhere.
Non, tu peux, n'importe où. NCAA.
Que j'ai joué avec?
Ouais, que tu as joué avec. So, le meilleur point guard que tu as joué avec, le meilleur shooting guard que tu as joué avec, small forward, power forward, center.
Damn, that's tough, man. Je pense que le meilleur point guard, je vais peut-être. Damn. J'allais avec mon point guard à High Point, Mike Jefferson. Shooting guard, je pense que je vais aller avec Mojo.
Okay.
J'ai joué avec Sherry dans un camp, so I guess Sherry va être mon center. Damn. Je vais mettre Max Police au 4, just because defensively, you know what I mean, il a un problème. Là, il manque un joueur, là.
Le 3, je pense.
Yeah.
Il manque un 3.
Yeah.
Damn, that's tough. I mean, je parle avec Will Archambault. He was making shots, man.
Okay.
He's there, you know what I mean, he doesn't miss a lot of shots. And then il avait du bounce en plus, il dunkait sur les gars. So, yeah probably will.
My game is start, bench, cut. You got to start one, bench one, and cut one. So I'm going to give you three scenarios. So the first one is, being, I've realized a lot of guys that I've interviewed came out of a Côte d'Ivoire, you know. And so I guess being a prodigy out of Côte d'Ivoire, that's one of them. 2 is having the opportunity to go to NCAA, which I think it's a lot of hoopers' dreams when they start. So playing in the NCAA.
Right.
And the third one is being I guess, like you said, the mentor for these kids now.
Damn. Damn, that's tough.
Yeah, you got to pick wisely.
Because Côte d'Ivoire, you know what I'm saying, made me, you know. I'll cut going NCAA. Start mentoring.
Okay.
Bench Côte d'Ivoire.
Ooh, bench Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
So, Kenny, you got anything else to add?
No, I'm fine.
Nah. Yeah, listen, Ibrahim, man, I really appreciate your time being here. You know, people are going to watch this and learn a lot because for sure there's been people who have been trying to ask us to get you on. And we finally have you on, you know, because a lot of people don't. You're pretty low key, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
that's how I like to keep my life, man.
Yeah, so a lot of people are gonna watch this, you know, learn a lot, and I appreciate your time, man, and sharing your experiences that you went through that I'm sure a lot of kids are going through now.
Right.
You know, and to hear about your stories of how you really did help pave the way for Quebec basketball. So we appreciate your time on here, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all having me on here.
Merci. Comme ça t'a dit, merci d'avoir accepté l'invitation. Comme il y a beaucoup de personnes qui vont apprendre de cette interview-là, puis comme il a dit t'es lourd et tout, quand je t'ai envoyé un message, j'étais comme j'espère qu'il va accepter.
Non, je peux pas rejecter Champlain alum. Si c'était 7, j'aurais dit non, mais toi t'es Champlain.
So, merci encore d'avoir.
Yes, sir. No problem.
To everyone listening, don't forget to subscribe. Once again, I'm Seth Moore, aka Kenny, also talking with Kenny. And stay tuned for our next episode.